Congratulations, 5 editions
Thank you.
later.
I know. Time flies so fast. I still remember the first edition. Like it's like looking at you right now, and that feeling of just that realization that I have these many fans in the world, and 5 editions later, 6 if not for COVID, and we're still strong. We're still numbers are just increasing every year. It's just incredible.
Amazing. Yeah. What's the one thing that always surprises you every edition of the show?
I think it's how fans that have been coming from the first edition, that there's fans that have attended all editions, and they just keep coming. Like it's become a cultural thing for them, where the year is not complete until you attend a journalism live show. And it's just, and then for me, because I'm very, the kind of relationship I have with a lot of my fans are very almost personal, where I can see them in front and I know their names, so I'm like, hey, Sheung, you came tonight, like, you understand? And it's just so beautiful seeing them every year. I can never get used to that.
Nice, fantastic.
So you recently just put up your set list, and I'm looking at, I'm seeing there's a bunch of songs from all your different projects.
Yes.
So how do you even decide which songs to play each edition?
So I mean, there are some songs we have retired this year, unfortunately. But there's just some classics that the fans always look forward to the songs like Wait For Me, Romeo and Juliet, Hallelujah, those ones are like, they're permanently there, at least for now. But then of course, the songs that I released over the course of the last year, for example, Spending, Believe Me, How Are You My Friend, those songs, they're fan favorites, and we just know that fan favorite songs have to be there. But then of course, we're also at the same time trying to showcase some songs that I think are gems that some fans may have missed, and just spotlighting those songs on the live shows.
Should we be expecting some surprise guest performers?
Absolutely. I've got a big guest this year. Probably the biggest guest I've ever had for any journalism live show. But I'm not gonna say no. You're gonna get it from me.
What part of the world do they come from?
You're getting nothing from me.
Darn it. So I remember watching, I don't know what performance it was, it looked so intimate. Everyone was wearing like pajamas or something.
Yes.
Was that one of the last editions?
That was my album.
That was an album listening.
My album listening. Yes.
There's something about anytime I see you perform, it's always so intimate. Like you say, you're on one-on-one names with like some of your fans and everything.
Yeah.
Why do you think that's such an important thing as an artist?
I think that a lot of times fans know the artist from a distance. They see them as like stars. These people that are like almost like semi-gods, where you can't reach them. They're untouchable. And well, of course, there's those people, but then there's Johnny Drille, there's Ed Sheeran, right? Especially Ed Sheeran. Like you see this guy, his branding has stayed the same over the years. Like he's not trying hard to be something. You can tell this guy is just an everyday guy that just wants to make music and entertain his fans. And for me, the same thing as well. I've over time that's been my approach to creating a fan base, and that's why I think my fans are endeared. I'm endearing to them, right? They feel like they know me on a more personal level, and it's not because I'm trying to. I feel like it might sound a bit self-absorbing there for whatever reason, but I just think that I've enjoyed my artistry that way, because again, you're able to hear these stories directly from them, and they're able to even share things with you that if they did not feel like you were close enough, they wouldn't have shared. And for me, I think it's such a blessing to have fans that feel not just connected to my music, but also to me as a person.
Fantastic. Now, speaking about albums, the last album you dropped was in 2021, Before You Fall Asleep. I mean, after that, you did drop an EP last year.
Yes.
And you've dropped a bunch of songs this year as well. Yes. Should we be expecting, an album from you this year? Before the year runs out.
This year, there is something special coming this year. I almost want to say it, but...
Say it.
So it's not an album. It's not an EP either.
Okay.
It's a live album. It's
you heard it here first.
It's the Journalism Live album from last year. So every single song that was performed last year, we'll put it in a project. We already have some of them out. For example, the Lego House Live for got viral, and everyone loved that one. There's all the classic songs in there, so we'll put all of them into a project, and we're gonna call it the Journalism Live album.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So Johnny, I don't know if you know this, but I've been getting into like my acting bag, so I can faint on cue.
Okay.
If you need me to drop right now, I can faint on cue. I hear this is one of the necessary requirements.
Okay, guys, you guys just heard it firsthand. She said she gonna faint.
I can faint on cue as soon as
if
Johnny
y'all don't see
Drille,
her fainting,
as soon as
tell
he
me.
hits the stage, I swoon, and I'm to the floor.
That is funny.
That's a requirement. That's a requirement this year. I've made that abundantly clear on my social media. If you're a real Johnny Drille fan, you have to be able to do me the honors and faint as I step on that stage. As a matter of fact, as you sight me, I don't have to be on the stage. Anyway, you just see me, even if it's backstage.
We'll hear your voice first.
Just exactly. I just start falling on the floor, like fall into somebody's arms or something.
Like security has to be carried away from the stage.
Yeah, that is funny. Anyways, like you said, you have a personal relationship with most of your fans. This year, a lot of your fans were left, kind of heartbroken when you revealed, the news that you had been married for a year.
I don't want to get into
it. Yeah. Why did you decide to, for the best part, keep that, kind of a secret? And why did you decide it was the time for you to, reveal that information?
So I don't even really think that we kept it secret per se. The people that know me, that knew me or that know me knew how I was in a relationship or knew I was married.
Yeah.
Like myself and my wife would go to church together all the time. We went to church pretty much every Sunday. And people saw us coming to church. Maybe they just thought, hey, it's, so it's not like we try to keep it a secret, but we're at the same time very private people. My wife, she's even more private than myself. Okay. And I guess for us, we just didn't want, at least for the day of the wedding and the days after, we didn't want like an immediate frenzy to overshadow the essence of just that wedding and just having our friends, close friends, and our family members, just to share that moment, just to have something in our lives that's a bit like sacred in a way. But again, I don't think we're actually trying to keep it a secret. But big shout out to all our guests that did not leak the secret.
That was really surprising.
You have some good friends.
Exactly.
So how is married life as someone who advocates for like love in this treacherous Lagos?
I know. It's 2023. It's a hard time to be in love. It's crazy time.
It's not cheap either.
And it's not cheap either, exactly. Interestingly, I just released a song called Spending, where I'm encouraging people to spend on the ones. And I'm like, okay, I know I say you should spend, but I did not consider where the money will come from, I mean, of course, I believe in love. First of all, you can, it's the whole essence of my artistry and a lot of, my life. I think there's nothing greater than love. I think that love is the greatest gift. If there's only love in the world, the world will be perfect, right? But again, I think that at the same time, there's nothing wrong with being single.
Facts.
That's facts was so sharp.
Facts.
What was that? Why did you say that so sharply?
Justice for single people out here, man.
Mayowa has been single for a while, so he's finally.
Sounded like that.
First of all, don't come for me. Okay, do not come for me. There is happiness in being single. All right, I chose to be single. I chose this life. I could have somebody on my arms if I wanted to.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
okay. First of all, Johnny, don't come for me either. But the next question I wanted to ask you was that Maven Records, you're signed to Maven,
yes,
and the whole gang has been dropping hits this year,
yes,
has been accomplishing amazing things. Rema, was in the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100. He won the VMA.
He doesn't get enough credit for that for some reason. I don't know why.
You think so? Why?
I don't think he gets enough credit. I think that if again, not to be controversial or anything, right? But if he was some other artist, some other big artist in Nigeria, everyone would be screaming out their lungs, right? Breaking grounds, And Rema, for his age, has done some really incredible things that I don't think we give him enough credit for. I mean, he's had literally one of the biggest songs, not just in Africa, biggest songs in the world. With Calm Down, that's literally been on the Billboard Top 10 for almost a year. And that's never been done in the history of African music. And he's having this sold out shows all over the world, and and he's just it just feels to me like he's just starting out, and I think we need to give the young man more credit. And big shout out to Ira Star as well.
Yeah.
Ira, I've been privileged to work with her right from the very onset. I've mixed and mastered every single song she's put out.
Wow.
Even this recent song recorded her as well. Like, she's an incredible artist, amazing person to work with. So I'm just blessed to be able to have this team of people, an amazing team as well. It's almost like family there. I just came from a meeting with them, and you can tell that these people are passionate about the artists and the music, and they want to see everyone succeed. Yeah. When one person succeeds, it feels like everyone's succeeding. And it's just a great place to be in.
Nice. I mean, y'all are doing incredible things, but one thing that I always wondered about was how you guys actually like record the collaborative projects that you guys do.
Yeah.
How does that, like, what goes into place into getting that song?
I see. Sometimes, to be honest, a lot of times these things happen virtually.
Okay.
Especially when artists travel a lot.
Okay.
For example, I've been in contact with this artist. I don't want to mention him, but we have a collaboration coming out soon. It's amazing, by the way. And it's just been... sorry, I'm saying a lot of things that I'm not really saying.
Exactly. I'm not giving us all the food, but okay.
And just... We travel a lot, so there's never been a situation where we have to find time to be in the same studio, same space. So a lot of times we have to work virtually, send files back and forth. But then again, there's something extra special about being in the same space. You just kind of feed off each other's energy.
Yeah.
And that, especially when you have to do a bit of a back and forth, ad-libs and stuff, and it's more natural. You can tell it's more natural. And when two artists record apart, you can almost tell they recorded in two different places sometimes. But these days, I mean, you can pretty much do things virtually, and it still works.
Has there been a situation, let's say it's your song now and you feature somebody else and you get their vocals and you're like, this guy is claiming your own song.
Rikasani. The song is not out. There's one song. We're still gonna bring it out. There's one song I did. I was recording. I sent it to Rikasani, and this guy had the guts. To do whatever he did on that song. In fact, that might be the reason why I have not released the song, because I'm still working on my part.
Did you re-record your part?
I'm still working. I'm still working on it. It was so good. And he had this thing where he was, when you do one vocal and then you do two background vocals, and then he goes and does a choir and does like this whole gang of and then just takes the song to another level. It was so beautiful. At some point, people will get to hear that song. They know what I'm talking about. I mean, I don't think I would be able to. I don't want to change my part too much. So I think that it was so amazing the way he did it. It complemented my part so well. But of course, it happens a lot. I personally know some artists that did not release a song because the verse was better. Because come on, it's my song. That you cannot come on.
Wow.
I mean, it happens. There's artists all over the world. I remember I watched a documentary with Lady Marmalade. Remember that song with Christina and everyone? Yeah. They kept saying every single time they heard Christina's vocals, they would go back to the studio and re-record because there's no way Christina's going to show up and show out.
That happens.
But that's fantastic because it also pushes you forward and makes you want to bring more out of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I can just guarantee that this Johnny Room edition 5 is going to be fantastic.
Yes.
For those that don't know, where is it happening? Where can they get tickets?
Johnny's Room Live Lagos edition is the 5th edition. It's happening this year again at Morio Corner Park, Victoria Island. Tickets are available at www.johnnydrille.com. That's myname.com. And you can also be able to get tickets at the gate, but we do not advise that, just so you don't waste time. Also, we've got different bundles. Actually, we've got VIP tickets. We've got regular tickets, of course, as usual, but we've also got the couples ticket. What that means is that you get 2 VIP tickets and you get certain perks as a couple. And also, we've got the Spend on Friends bundle. What that means is that if you buy 3 tickets, you're going to get 1 for free. But at the same time, you could also just decide to buy a group ticket for yourself and your friends or your family members, or that way you get each ticket at a discounted price. But it sure is going to be an amazing show as always, and we're definitely excited to do it. And big shout out to our partners, Beat FM, Tom, and Johnny Walker. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you put a ticket for us single people, because when he said couples, I was like, so wait, am I not allowed to go? But that's amazing. Johnny's Room, the 5th edition, is going to be catering to everybody, so definitely head over to the website to get your tickets, and it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a fantastic show. Thank you so much, Johnny, for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. Thank you guys. God bless you.
I believe in